Young and restless as Phyllis felt trapped between a rock and a hard place when she agreed to help Tucker in exchange for an infusion of much-needed cash, and it seems inevitable that she'll be found out and ruin her chances at redemption, but we expect a twist in her story. Trying hard to walk the redemption walk, Phyllis initially balked at Tucker's request for a little hacking help despite the $2 million payout involved. Not only is McCall bad news by association, but the redhead was determined to do her kids proud by staying on the straight and narrow. It seems, however, that it's just not her destined path. Under pressure from the insurance company to pay back the money Jeremy Stark received as her beneficiary after her death, Phyllis realized that it would take years to do so whilst working a 9-to-5 position at Omegasphere. Never mind that Michael had previously reported that Stark never finished or filed the paperwork to get the insurance money. The narrative changed and left Phyllis in deep financial doo-doo. Striking a deal with the devil, so to speak, Phyllis re-engaged with McCall and offered to do his dirty work and negotiated an extra $200,000 on top of the $2 million offer already on the table. While Tucker initially led Phyllis to believe that all she'd have to do is hack into Billy's bank account, he soon revealed that there was a little more to his plan. While it was a little unbelievable that Red would have been surprised, let alone shocked, by this news, nonetheless she was, and tried to back out. Tucker got a little shifty and threatening at that point, and Phyllis resumed her duties, hacking into Billy's personal bank account. Although we didn't see her do the next part, Tucker directed her to hack into the Jabat accounts and transfer money from the company into Billy's personal account to make it look as though he was stealing from the family business again. Again being the keyword here, because Billy did it before, which is why Tucker's convinced it will be believable that he's doing it again. His goal, presumably to cause strife amongst the Abbotts and at Jabat, which he is keen to swoop in on and take over. Next we saw Phyllis. She was coming downstairs, doing the walk of shame as it were, after leaving Tucker's suite, and ran directly into, who else but Billy. Given that he had seen her go up to Tucker's suite earlier and quizzed her about her job prospects, it's safe to say he's onto her, and when the financial scandal comes to light, they'll know exactly who to blame. So essentially, Phyllis threw not only Billy under the bus, but herself as well. We can only assume she'll be found out and be sent back to start in the redemption game, or will she? Dressed to thrill some of our favorite Daytime Emmy 2022 looks. Phyllis is a lot of things, but stupid isn't typically one of them. In fact, she's both cunning and devious, which should have Tucker concerned. Once she has the money, what's to stop her from exposing him? Having been soundly dissed by Jack, Phyllis will be keen to get back in good with the judgy Abbott, so she may just take her chances, risk Tucker's ire, and confide in Jack about what's gone on. Then again, Jack being Jack, he's likely to focus as much contempt on her for doing the deed and taking the money as on McCall for hatching the plot. Knowing this, perhaps Phyllis set up Tucker using some kind of hacking trick that would allow the transaction to be traced back to him. Tucker warned her that the dirty deed needed to be untraceable, and she told him she would never let that happen, but what if that was a light bulb moment for her? Although McCall was breathing down her neck while she was on her laptop, he was also pacing the room, so she'd have had a few seconds to do what she needed to do. It seems like the perfect solution given that she can plead innocent later and remind him that she tried to convince him to move to a public place so the transaction couldn't be traced back to the Geno City Athletic Club. Either way, we've a hunch that given how upsetting the idea of setting up Billy was for Phyllis, and given how badly she needs to score points with Jack, our calculating redhead will have found a way to keep the money and expose McCall to the Abbotts. Do you think Phyllis has set up Tucker, or will she find herself back to being the town pariah after her alliance with Tucker is exposed? Let us know in the comments.